So, we are back to doing one of these videos, I guess. Now, I haven't posted in probably, just over 2 weeks. And I was going to post, not this week, which had just gone, but the week before. But I never got around to it because of just other things in general, really, just life stuff. And I was going to post last week, but a lot of different things have all come together, which I feel like I should explain and just give not all the backstory, because I don't want to say the true reason, simply because it's very personal. So I'm not gonna shove it out there. It's between me and another person, but it's just, I made a video a few years back, just after I got rejected from the forces. I'm sure you can find, I'll probably like a timestamp like up top left or whatever. But yeah, I made a video back then about depression and like basically trying to just move people and try and, I don't know, try and inspire people. And I feel like as I'm in a very similar situation back then, not with like the whole like military thing, but just other like another thing which just unexpectedly came up. I feel like it's another good time just to talk, and hopefully it can help someone else, I guess, because I hope the video I did a few years back, I do hope that helped someone out there. But yeah, so going on about the situation for the past week, had a lot of mental breakdowns, especially at night. Not really throughout the day, just more so at night. Probably early hours in the morning, I have probably quite a lot of my mental breakdowns, and these can be from a number of things. It can be from stressing about my health, or it can be like relationships, or just friends and family and whatnot. Like, it can be a lot of different things, and I always tend to have them. I don't know why it's early hours in the morning. I think it's just because I'm normally alone. Like, no one's normally online, like on the PC at night, so I do tend to be alone at those sort of times, and I do tend to think quite a lot to myself. But definitely, I do tend to have a lot more issues at night. Thing that happened recently, just gonna say, things don't work out. Things come up unexpectedly in life, and you think things are perfect, you try your hardest, but unfortunately some people just go out there and completely destroy it. Like, you can try your absolute hardest for someone or something, but I guess in the end, it takes them a matter of a few weeks to destroy everything that you built. And I guess it's something that I needed to learn, and looking back on it, at this point in time, I don't know, it makes you quite depressed. Well, it will make you quite depressed, but it does make you a bit angry as well, and it makes you doubt yourself. That's probably the biggest thing that I've come out of this whole thing feeling, is just doubt. Like, like that's probably the biggest hard hitter for me, is now I'm just doubting myself, and I've got to now piece myself back together, because so much damage has been done to me over the past week. I just gotta get all the pieces of myself together and try and rebuild myself gradually, because everything has just destroyed me both physically and mentally over the past week. I've ended up losing a significant amount of weight, and I needed to put weight on, because no one knows besides close friends and family, but if I lose more weight, I'm going to be stuck on feeding tubes. So I need to try and put on weight, or stay out the way that I was, so I'd be in a safe zone. But as of today, a lot of the tops I have just don't fit me, and these were the small size. I'm only a small, I'm not any bigger than that. I'm only 5'6", probably 5'7" now. But yeah, I've ended up losing weight, and I needed to be within the small coming to medium range to be like the optimal weight. But now I've had to drop into the extra small category, so that's definitely shown that the last week, because I haven't been eating very well either. When I get stressed or anxious, I can't typically seem to eat, because my body just doesn't want to keep food down, and then that it's like a mental battle then, because you're trying to eat because you want to, you want to keep the weight there, you want to try and focus on keeping yourself as healthy as possible, but at the same time then you're also thinking, well, I can't eat, what's the point of just trying to eat because I know I can't. It's that horrible mental cycle, and it's just something that I've always had to really battle with throughout my 18, nearly 19 years of life on this planet. It's a shame, really. But another reason why I like, if I'm ever in these sort of zones, just sitting down, camera on and talking, because I know these sort of videos can help people in similar situations. Now, obviously I don't want to say the situation in this full context, because I believe that should be kept all personal, behind closed doors. But I do feel like there are some things that people can learn from these sort of videos. Like, I know a few people out there who have similar mental health issues to me, and they've said before these videos help, which is another reason why I like doing them. It helps people. It can, it can bring someone out of a dark time and try and maybe show them a route around it, or maybe show them a completely different path. It can do wonders for people. Another reason why I also like talking about like mental health, especially depression, anxiety and stuff like that. Now, before I even start, I never want to use or have any of my, when I talk about myself and my experience with mental health and depression, I never ever use it as like a token for sympathy. If anything, I do not want sympathy for it. It's my struggles. I tend to keep it for myself, and if I ever do talk about it, I never ever expect anyone to, feel guilty for me, feel sad, because I just don't want that. This happened, I've learned from it all. It's my chance to move on forward with it and hopefully be able to help other people. So I do volunteer for the RCPCH. If you don't know, it's one of the huge child mental health organisations in the UK. It's pretty well known, but I do a few talks there, just talking to like doctors and nurses, anyone in like the medical field, or like therapists and whatnot, about just mental health, and especially my story when it comes to the whole like mental health, and just how it affects me and my journey throughout life, and my ups and my downs. And definitely this last week is going to be probably the biggest hurdle that I've got to get past, because it is like the hardest thing. Like, I thought the army was hard, like getting rejected, because that was originally my dream. I wanted to join the army, go fight for my country, and if so came to it, give up my life for my country. But unfortunately that couldn't happen because of the health and all the other stuff, so I had to go. Then I had to go into IT. Enjoyed the first year for a bit, and then sort of just didn't really keep interest in it. Then I went up to do cybersecurity. Course got changed, it just wasn't for me, so I ended up switching to a completely different course this year, like at the end of the year, which is now animal care, and I'm loving it personally. I love animals. Animals definitely do help in my depression, especially dogs. If you guys follow my Instagram, it's always linked down below if you ever are interested in following me on like any of my social media. You probably find a picture on there which has me and a group of dogs. I used to go to a daycare, like a doggy daycare, and to be honest, I didn't have any really like issues back then besides my health. But even if I did feel like a bit doubtful about my health, the daycare was always a place for me to go and just be happy. Even though I had other options to go be happy, I knew the daycare was like an instant click. Like, I walk in there and I see, all the dogs, and they'll just come running up to you, all really excited to see you, and that is just something that I will never take for granted. And if I ever know that I am feeling down, I will go there. If you're wondering why I'm not there at the moment, it's simply because as I'm back at college, I have to get paperwork sorted out for work experience there and stuff like that. But I am getting that sorted out, and hopefully I should be starting there soon. But yeah, in terms of like depression and whatnot, it's nice to talk about it. I don't really talk about it to other people. Actually, saying that today, for the first time in probably 7-8 years, I actually went down to, because at my college we have like a therapist lounge, like a counsellor's lounge, and originally I was always thinking, well, I don't really want to talk to a stranger about, my life issues. Like, yes, I get it, I do public talks from time to time, and I'm very like well into the whole like medical like field. Like, I talk to a lot of different doctors and explain, we like back and forth conversation about like my health and like ways we can get around different stuff, because I do work very closely with the doctors. in the NHS to try and find ways, not only for myself but for other people, especially the children, like, 18 and under. You know, you gotta help them, especially adults as well. But my main focus is the young kids, because if they're going through mental health struggles, then it can definitely affect them later on in life. And I just want to try and just help as many people as I possibly can, and hopefully by telling my stories and by just telling people and showing them how I got through things, hopefully it can inspire people and it can push them through, and they can see, they can see something out of it. They can see a bright future. They're not just gonna be stuck in some slump like I was for many years, until I finally found my way out. But yeah, I just honestly, I do need a little talk. I am thinking about doing more of this in general in the future, maybe on like trending topics but whatnot. But I do really want to start doing vlogs now that I've got to try and piece myself back together. I'm hoping I'll come out happy. I'm sure I will, but it might just take time, and I'm not going to sugarcoat in my videos. I don't want to act a different way, because that just won't be me. So I imagine for the next probably few weeks I might be a bit down on my videos like I am now, but so you can know that I am trying to get myself back up. But I'm not going to hide my feelings. I'm not going to try and be someone that I'm not at the time, because that's just going to make me even worse, having to put on like a forced persona or like a forced act. It won't do me any good. So for the next few weeks, I'm sorry if I do seem really down. I am trying my hardest. Maybe by just doing different videos or just getting out and vlogging, maybe that will help me. But yeah, hope this video did help anyone out there who is going through a really tough time. If you have any questions about like depression, like mental health or whatever, or if you're curious, or if you are suffering with mental health or like any form of like depression or anxiety or whatever, if you want to get in contact with me, I always have my Twitter down below if you want to send me a DM on there. I got a Discord server if you want to go on there and shoot a message in, or if you want to leave like a comment down below, maybe not only me but other people in the comments can help you. That could do you wonders. But if you're not comfortable with it, that's completely your choice. I'm not saying you have to, but if you'd like to, the offer's always there, because I feel like everyone out there who has like a mental health issue, whether it be depression, anxiety, or the list goes on and on, we can all do something to help each other out. So if you want to talk, comment down below, DM me on Twitter, or leave a comment in my Discord server. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Once again, I hope the video did manage to help you out. If you want to see more talks and more facecam videos like this, definitely make sure to leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's it. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. I'll try and post as much as I can. Obviously some days I can post what will be in a much better zone to post than others, but I will be giving it my best shot as much as I can. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a good time, and yeah, stay safe.